What if I told you that the biggest threat to the BMW M3 wasn't Mercedes, Audi, or even electric cars? What if I told you BMW itself is the threat? Because for over 40 years, the M3 has survived by doing one thing incredibly well. It has remained unapologetically mechanical in a world that's becoming increasingly digital. But can that philosophy survive 2027? See, for every generation of M3, it has had its critics. The E30 was too small. The E46 was too ambitious. The V8-powered E92 was too thirsty. The turbocharged F80 was too aggressive. And the current G80, well, people couldn't stop talking about the grille. Yet somehow every single one eventually became respected. Because beneath all the controversy, one thing remained constant. The M3 always understood its assignment. Build a 4-door family sedan that secretly behaves like a race car. But this 2027 model, this one feels different. Very different. Because for the first time, BMW is no longer simply fighting its competitors. It's fighting time itself. Think about it. Emissions regulations are tightening, software is taking over the driving experience, artificial intelligence is creeping into every aspect of modern motoring, and buyers are changing. But even the design is changing, because this new M3 is expected to adopt BMW's new class design language. And that means the return of something enthusiasts thought was gone forever: the shark nose. That unmistakable front end that made all BMWs look like predators even when standing still. The question is no longer, how fast is it? The question is, does it still make you feel something? And that's where this car becomes fascinating. Underneath this aggressive bodywork is expected to be an evolution of BMW's famous S58 engine. An engine that's already regarded as one of the greatest 6-cylinder turbo engines ever built. Power probably approaching or exceeding 1000 horsepower. All-wheel drive almost certainly. Technology more than ever before. Even the lights are becoming part of the M identity, because BMW is expected to make the iconic M yellow lights standard across M cars. A tiny detail, but one that instantly tells you this isn't just another BMW. This is an M car. But that's not the headline. The headline is much bigger than horsepower. The real story is whether BMW can preserve emotion while adding intelligence. Because that's becoming an increasingly difficult balancing act. And here's something interesting. The greatest sports cars in history were never necessarily the fastest. They were the ones that made ordinary journeys unforgettable. The ones that made you volunteer to buy milk simply because you wanted another excuse to drive. That was always the M3's superpower. It transformed responsibility into excitement. School runs became adventures, morning commutes became therapy sessions, parking lots became opportunities to turn around and admire your own car. And BMW seems determined to make this M3 feel special for everyone on board. Because reports suggest you'll get 5-point seatbelts including the rear seats. Think about it, a family sedan with race-inspired harness for the entire cabin. Only an M3 could make the school run feel like you're heading for the starting grid. Very few machines can do that. And perhaps that's exactly why the 2027 BMW M3 matters. Because it may represent one final attempt at preserving a disappearing language. The language between man and machine. The language of steering, feel, engine noise, mechanical drama, imperfection. Every luxury is evolving. Forget merino leather, because Nabak leather appears set to become the new vibe. A softer, more technical material that feels perfectly suited to the future BMW is trying to create. Not a museum piece, not pure nostalgia, but evolution. Because someday, and maybe sooner than we'd like, cars may become exceptionally efficient, exceptionally intelligent, exceptionally quiet. And if BMW gets this M3 right, it won't just build another fast sedan. It will remind the world why enthusiasts fell in love with driving in the first place.